left. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the... We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's second down.
Second and 20. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not Not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
3-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
And
exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Number 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Bears nothing.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but Let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe.
It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bears.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Carrier. Darquez Denard brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brought him down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Falcons.
Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Me compro tu 10 que vuela más alto y cuando me bajo es directo para el Phantom. Yeah.
Use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? Well, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a... Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Ito Smith. It's second down and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for second and goal.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 51. 21. Let's go.
Now it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Mohamed Sanu on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 24. He gives to Gurley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Todd Gurley.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Steven Hauschka for the extra point.
Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, practice Tel Aviv.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They try again with Cohen, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to.
Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hauschka to send this one away following the score. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
45. Mike, 45.
They go play action with Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Falcons
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is fielded inside the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
A gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. He's at the 50. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
1st down, Bears.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Trubisky will throw. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
the Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.